So here we are on a Metrolink tram. It took us a little while to figure out what to do with the tickets. So what we ended up doing is buying a weekend travel card for family. The travel card here in Manchester means that you get unlimited access to the tram. It's not the same way as in London where you get access to everything. So just sort of think what kind of card it is that you need. Are you going to need buses, trains, what kind of access you need so that you pick the right kind of card. We decided to just go with the Metrolink travel card because we think that would be enough. We like to do a little bit of walking. So we're now on the train heading towards the city centre. I was going to say that we can admire the view, but at the moment it seems a bit bushy. It does get better. Area is canals here, as you can see here, some river boats and this kind of old cobbled streets everywhere. The heritage, the industrial heritage is just everywhere. There's some notice boards that they've put up and you can read information of Manchester's history, the history of this area, and you can just enjoy the riverside walking. There's a lot of birds. That one almost hit me. We've got a lot of birds here, geese, hopefully better flyers than that one. And you can literally just enjoy here. Today the weather is a bit of an overcast, but I would think that when it's warm, it's just lovely to walk around here and enjoy. It also seems to be very traditional for Manchester to have a lot of these very high-rising buildings. I knew that there would be a lot more modern buildings here, but some of these surprised me with how tall they are. Castlefield area also has an old viaduct. It's a National Trust place which is free to view. You can just walk in. They say here in the commercials that it's hidden in a plain sight, and it really is. It's sort of hidden behind the corner. Let's see what is here. There's a train line that goes through. And what do we have here? Okay, they've turned it into a lovely little urban garden. Wild flowers. Beautiful. I was reading some information boards, and it seems like rather than actually actively planting this garden, they've just left it as it is when they closed it in the 60s. And quite a lot of this has just grown. So there are these information boards, and it looks like when the National Trust took over, they ended up introducing some new species of plants. Most of this garden was sort of already naturally being happening because they had just left this viaduct to be as it is, and then some plants started taking over, and now they've turned this into a proper garden. and it's a lovely urban space. You can hear the trains going past all the time, and you can see them. There we go, a couple of Metrolink trams actually going, and you can see all the high-rising buildings behind. There's seats if you start feeling tired. We're now in the Manchester Science and Industry Museum. It's a free museum that everybody can come to. There's a couple of ticketed exhibitions here. At the moment there's something called Operation Ouch that tells about brains, boogies, and you. And then there is another interactive gallery called Power Up, and you need to pay a ticket for that. But even if you just come here and explore the museum, it's quite good. There is Revolution Manchester show that was just on when we walked in, and it's brilliant. It tells about the history of Manchester in a very, very innovative way, and it's quite entertaining, so it's well worth watching. There is also textiles gallery that tells about the history of the textile making here in Manchester and how the city got very rich. We're gonna move around and see what else we can find, but so far I would say that it's well worth coming to see. Here's the scene from the textile gallery. The textile gallery gives you a very good idea how to turn cotton first into yarn, and then the yarn into textiles here in the front, and sort of weave textiles with different colors. As you walk upstairs, the museum has an exploring area. For example, here there is an infinity well. It's a great area where kids love to play and explore. It's well worth checking out as well. At the moment we're here at the spinning fields. We are on our way to the John Rylands Library. We have just come from the Museum of, was it Science and Technology? It's a lovely area. You've got some very new architecture alongside of some very old architecture. And then there's also lovely public places where you can just sit and relax. Some statues there. There we go. So I stand corrected. It seems like I was already standing next to John Rylands library. We're now gonna go and find the entrance, which I believe is now there behind me. So let's go and see. The architecture in this place is neo-Gothic, which means that you can see these beautiful carvings, beautiful ceilings, everywhere you look. The library itself, according to Google, is from 1900. There's also a lot of beautiful glasswork. So I wanted to show you guys the Manchester Town Hall and the Albert Square, but as you can see, they are doing some restoration work and it's pretty wrapped up in all these. So you can sort of get an idea how it is a lovely place, and Town Hall itself is beautiful, but unfortunately you just can't see it right now. So a little bit more walking and we found this very round looking building. It's Manchester Central Library. Looks like a very big beautiful library. Just gonna walk here a bit on the side. They even have a walk that is called the Library Walk. There we go. So we're going now on to the Library Walk. We took a Metrolink tram to Media City. So this is where there's BBC and ITV and such. There's also this lovely little park that we found. On the other side there's Lowry Theatre, etc, etc. We just wanted to come here and sort of explore the area a little bit. So here in front of us, there's a place there that says BBC Sport. So I'm assuming that's where this BBC Sport is being filmed. Actually, the whole building seems to be for BBC. And then when we look around and turn a little bit, there's another building that says BBC. Turning a little bit more, and then there is ITV. And that's the tram link back